The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. With these beautiful lines, I would like to welcome you all back in the virtual class of English grammar. Children, I hope your studies are going well. Now, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 18, Interjections. Before starting this chapter, children, I request you all to open your grammar books and pay attention during explanation. Now, look at the sentence. We have won the match. Now here, we are simply stating a matter of fact as in we have won the match. Now, if I say, Hurrah, we have won the match. What is the difference? The meaning doesn't change much. But what is added is a strong emotion or a strong feeling of excitement. So why is that so? This is because of the word hurrah. So it is helping us to express that excitement of winning the match. So you see that words like this have a special function in English language and they are called interjections. Now let us understand what is an interjection. An interjection is a word or a group of words that expresses a strong emotion or a feeling. It does not relate grammatically to the other parts of a sentence. So, we can understand that words like hurrah help us to express strong emotion or a feeling. And you must have also noted that if we remove the word hurrah, we have won the match. So still makes sense. So you see that interjections are not grammatically related to the other parts of a sentence. It is usually placed at the beginning of a sentence. So in hurrah, we have won the match. We saw that the interjection hurrah was placed at the beginning of a sentence. The exclamation mark is the most commonly used punctuation mark for interjections. So whenever we write an interjection, we will see that in most cases they are followed by an exclamation mark. So even after our sentence, hurrah, we have won the match, after hurrah we have placed an exclamation mark. Now, children, let's see some interjection words with some examples. Wow. Wow is used to show surprise and pleasure. Children, wow is used for showing that you are very surprised or impressed by something. Let's see one example. Wow, the dress is so pretty. Now, when I say, wow, the dress is so pretty, this inclusion of the word wow is helping me to express my appreciation, which has a strong emotional feeling related to it. So, if I simply say, the dress is so pretty, then it would not have been able to show that strong emotion as when I say, wow, the dress is so pretty. So here wow is the interjection. Now you must also note one thing. Here after wow, I have not used an exclamation mark. Why I have used a comma? To separate from the rest of the sentence. The dress is so pretty. And then I have used an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. So at times we will notice that exclamation mark is not placed just after the interjection but at the end of the sentence. Now let's see the next one. Ouch. Ouch is a cry showing sudden pain. So children, the word ouch is used for expressing a feeling of sudden pain. Let's see one example. Ouch, I just stepped on a pin. So children, in this example, we have used the interjection word ouch to express a feeling of sudden pain as accidentally the man has stepped on a pin. So we used ouch word and after that we have also placed an exclamation mark. Now next is bravo. Bravo is used to show pleasure when somebody has done something great. So children, bravo is used to express approval, especially of a performance. The definition of bravo is something you say or shout when applauding or otherwise commending someone for a job well done. Let's see one example. Bravo! Your performance was absolutely amazing. In this example, we have used interjection word bravo to appreciate the performance of the student. As I told you already that we use the word bravo to express approval, especially of a performance. Now we are going to discuss an interesting interjection word, that is sh. It sounds like shh. We use this interjection word to tell somebody to be quiet. Let's see one example. Shh, the baby will wake up. In this example, we have used this interjection word to maintain silence because the baby is sleeping. If there will be noise, then the baby will wake up. So we have used this interjection word. Now next interjection word is alas. Alas is used to express sorrow. So children, alas word is used to express sorrow, regret, grief, compassion or apprehension of danger or evil. Now let's see one example. Alas, I have lost my way. Now here this little girl has lost her way and she is sad about it. She doesn't know what to do. So which word is helping us to express that emotion? It is the word alas. Once again, it is at the beginning of the sentence and you can see that it is not related to the other part of the sentence grammatically. So alas is helping us to show the helplessness of this child. But even without this word, the sentence would have still been correct. So this part is not grammatically related to the sentence. Now the next interjection word is oh. Oh is used to express sadness or wonder. So children, we use oh as an interjection to express surprise or disappointment. Let's see one example related to this. Oh, I have got a toothache. Now children, through this example, you can see the sad face of the boy as he is having a toothache. And to show this pain, we have used an interjection word oh. So it is clear that the word oh is used to express sadness. Similarly, ah is also used to express joy, wonder, sadness or to state that one understands. Now students, it's time for an activity. You have to do this activity in your rough copy. In this activity, you have to circle the interjection in each sentence. I am reading the question for you all. Ouch, you are hurting my foot. Second, bravo, that was marvelous. Third, oh, I didn't think about it. Fourth, yum, the pasta is very delicious. Fifth, wow, it's snowing outside. So that's all for today. I hope you all have understood this chapter nicely. Revise it from your book. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.